into a space where beauty meets authenticity and transformation is not just a possibility, but a promise. I'm absolutely thrilled to introduce you to someone truly special, Dr. Rukmini Vinaya Rednam, the compassionate force behind the countless remarkable transformations in the vibrant city of Houston, Texas. Picture this: every curve, every contour crafted with care and expertise, not just by a board-certified plastic surgeon, but your very own cheerleader for self-discovery and confidence. Get ready to embark on a journey where we explore the art of science of feeling your very best self. This isn't just a podcast. It's your cozy corner of empowerment and inspiration. So pull up a chair, pour yourself a cup of kindness, and let's dive into the Confidence Doc podcast with Dr. Rukmini Vinaya Rednam.
Welcome to the Confidence Doc podcast. I am Dr. Rednam. I am a board-certified plastic surgeon with my Houston surgeons, and we are in the Houston area, as you can see above me on this beautiful light. So today I'm going to just talk a little bit about me. The podcast has really been an amazing experience for me. I've got to reach out and talk to people who've been social media friends only. I've got to learn a lot more about people I work with, about my patients themselves. But people are always interested in kind of what my day-to-day is. So I thought I would share that today. So let's start at Monday. Monday is an operating room day for me, and this is generally a cosmetic day, which means that I don't do insurance cases on this day. And it's because as surgeons, we generally block time. For those of you who are not in medical or in surgery at all, block time means that that's my operating room, hands off. It means that I get access to that day up until 3 weeks. At 3 weeks, if I have not filled my space in my operating room, the other surgeons in my practice get it on a first come, first served basis. And I think that a lot of people don't realize that unless you are a solo practitioner and you have your own operating room, we have only certain days in certain places that we can operate. So my Mondays are usually pretty busy. I love starting the week off with operating. It means we get to listen to some music and make some beautiful bodies. So it's a busy day for me. I generally am getting up around 5 a.m. And it's not to work out. That's how early I have to get up to be able to actually get to my surgery on time. I get up, get ready for work, anything I need for the rest of that day. First surgery usually is going to start at 7 or 7:30 a.m. I prefer 7:30 because I do drive almost 45 minutes for my Monday operations. I see my patients about 30 minutes before, so I have to do all my drawings, mark, go over any questions they might have. And then that's the time where they get to meet the anesthesiologist. They get to meet the nurse that's going to be in their room as well. And then we head on back to surgery. After surgeries, and surgeries I can have one surgery that takes me all day. So literally 7:30 to 4, or I can have 3 or 4 surgeries that are all smaller surgeries. I get asked a lot, what about if I have to go to the bathroom, if I have to eat? So honestly, I don't feel very hungry when I'm working. You're focused. I'm not really thinking about those things. I can be ravenous in between cases. And so that my time to grab a Diet Coke. It should be water, but it's often a Diet Coke. And then, get a bite to eat, things like that. I am very lucky to work with, I'm going to tell you, the best assistant in town, and that is my PA, Erin Ho. And so because I have her with me, we are able to, if I have to go to the bathroom, I can step out, go to the bathroom because she's still working in there. Anyone who's already been a patient of mine has met her and loves her because she is fabulous. You want me there with her because we're a really good team. So once surgery is done, most Mondays, that means that I get to go home. If you are a Houston local, you understand that 5 o'clock traffic is a nightmare. And so home can take me an hour, sometimes or even more to get to. But a lot of times home is not where I directly go. We have meetings. I am a partner in my practice, and means that we have more meetings. So sometimes a Monday, one Monday out of a month can be me there till almost 7 or 8 p.m. So it can be a long day. And during all this time, I have a lot of help. I have 2 kids. My husband is fabulous and helps out a lot, but I also have my parents in our neighborhood, and I have a nanny who helps us in the morning. So it does take a village to make me a plastic surgeon that's functioning. Tuesdays, I operate as well, but I get to operate up in the Woodlands, where is the area closer to my home where I live. So that I don't have to get up quite as early. So usually 6 a.m. on those days. And again, I have all day surgery there. It is nice because it's closer, but it is also nice because it's another day where I have my block time. So this means that most of my patients who live close to the Woodlands, or for my out of town patients, this is a lot of times the location we use because it's really close to IAH Airport, which is our big airport nearby. Um, in the Woodlands operating room, it's the same idea, is that, I might have one case that's all day long, or I may have multiple smaller cases. I'm also the medical director for the med spa location in the Woodlands. And so a lot of times between my cases, I'm popping down there to talk business and see how things are going as well. So Tuesday, at least when I'm done, home is a lot quicker commute for me. So it's not too bad. A lot of times for me, it's Tuesdays are usually taekwondo afterwards for my older daughter. And then we head home after that. Wednesdays are another operating day. So I get to really start my week off with a lot of operating. Wednesdays, I do a lot of my insurance cases. So I have my block time at a surgery center. This is when I do a lot of my breast reconstruction. I do a lot of my top surgery, breast reductions, pretty much anything that may fall under insurance. And this day is usually going to have a lot of smaller cases unless I'm doing a deep flap, which is usually an 8 to 10 hour surgery for breast reconstruction with my partner, Dr. Fairchild. So if those are those days, it's a little bit longer. And then there's always meetings. I have a lot of meetings, but if you can't tell from how far we've gotten, I'm a person that thrives on being busy. I actually find that I actually get more done when I'm busier than when I have a lot of free time. So that's why Wednesdays, lots of operating again. Thursdays and Fridays are my clinic days, with occasional operating on Thursdays and Fridays as well. But these are not block days for me, which means that if I have somebody who really needs that time, I have an emergency, or I need to get a breast reconstruction in because my breast surgeon really needs me to do it at that time, that's when we kind of figure things out at that point. Thursdays are my clinic days up in the Woodlands, and this is all day from 9 a.m. to about 4:30 p.m. And then same thing on Fridays, except it's a little shorter because we like to let our staff off early on Fridays to enjoy their weekend. And that's my Memorial City clinic day as well. One Friday out of a month, I do have operating block time as well for there. So I'm always trying to get patients in, and we want to make things easy for people. So that's why there is so much operating. But clinic is an important part of my daily life. And that's where I get to see you for follow-ups. That's where I get to meet new patients for new potential surgeries. I'm very, very lucky to have an amazing operating room assistant, like I said, but I also have an amazing clinic team. So I have my nurse, Lauren, and my MA, Gladys, who also see patients in between those clinic days. They're the ones that are making sure everything is happening. They are the ones that keep me in the loop. If something's going on, they're going to walk in the operating room and let me know what's happening. So I'm never more than one person away from my patients to know what's going on. So that's a pretty busy week. And then I didn't even mention in the days that sometimes we do these podcasts. So sometimes we do these on Thursdays. I'll be honest, right now it is a Saturday and I'm in here, recording for a podcast, a whole day of it actually. All my social media has to happen in between these things. I rarely will record during surgeries. I really like to be focused on my patients. We'll take some videos of before and afters in the operating room, but all that other things have to happen outside of when I'm taking care of actual patient care. And on top of that, I have 2 girls who are little, and mommy is the person that they want right now. They're not interested in dad. So I come home and I do homework with my daughter, and then I read books. And so it is a full schedule. Weekends are kind of my time to rest. This is a holiday weekend for us, so I get a little extra time, which is why I'm doing this on a Saturday. It's a balance, and I love what I do, and that's why it's well worth it. I love being a mom. I love being a plastic surgeon, and I love my business. So that gives you a little insight into what my week looks like. I do try to get a little exercise in here and there, but thankfully liposuction is a really, really good exercise. And I do so much of it, I feel like I burn some good calories during the week. But I hope you guys enjoyed a little peek into my work week. And stay tuned for more exciting episodes of the Confidence Doc podcast. I'm really going to try to bring in some very interesting people that you might never have realized have connections to plastic surgery. Talk to you guys later.
As we wrap up another episode of The Confidence Doc, I want to extend our heartfelt thank you for being a part of our community. If today's conversation resonated with you, remember that Dr. Rednam and her team are here to support you on your journey to self-confidence and beauty. Your story is unique, and it's our privilege to help you create the masterpiece that is your life. If you'd like to book a consultation with Dr. Rednam, you can visit her webpage at drrukminirednam.com. Fill out a contact form, and one of her coordinators will get with you accordingly.